Hey, this is Kevin Tanner coming to you with another review here of the Micro Galaxy Squadron Scout class. So we'll go ahead and talk through the box, what it looks like. We'll go ahead and take a look at the actual vehicle itself. We'll do some measurements and a comparison. So let's go ahead and get started. So here is the actual display as it shows up in the stores. So I really like this display, love the graphics on it and the fact that it shows really your standard vehicles on here. It does show here that there are some rare and super rare chases, and then you've got some artwork here on the side. There's Yoda's Jedi Starfighter, the LAAT, and so this is basically the box that it comes in. From there, you get these little boxes which have all of the figures in them. So again, really like the artwork on the front of it. Here it is on the side. This shows you all of the different options for what you can get in Series 2. And then it has the chase vehicles down here on the bottom. So inside of this is just like a little blister pack. Some of these blister packs are really challenging to get the figure out of or get the vehicle out of, but that's basically what comes in. So that is that. So now what we're going to go ahead and do is look at the battle droid here with the STAP. So we'll start with the Micro Galaxy one. So there are three things that come with this, obviously. So you get the stand in here, you get the actual STAP speeder thing, and then you also get the battle droid. So first, just starting with the figure itself, there's a lot to be desired with this guy. This just looks like a hunk of plastic that's just shaped into a battle droid. Now, very similar to what we've seen with some of these other Micro Galaxy figures, is that when you actually paint them, it brings out a lot more detail. And I would imagine that this guy is like that. Right now, it really doesn't look very impressive. They're just like a blank piece of plastic that's molded into a battle droid. So it will be nice. I probably will paint this at some point to just try to bring out some more of the details. But he does have a backpack on here. It looks like the backpack is fixed. It does not come off. So I don't know. It does. It might move, but this one's stuck on there pretty good. So I'm not going to mess around with it and try and break it off. But here's the measurement of it really quick. So this guy is just slightly over an inch tall with this little part of his backpack. The actual figure itself is an inch tall. And so here is the actual STAP bike thing, whatever you want to call it. So this guy here is about an inch and slightly over an inch and a quarter tall. And then the one thing I do like about this is that you actually get this little figure stand here on the back, which you'll see when I compare this to the Action Fleet one, that the little figure holder here, it looks kind of funny when you're looking at it like this, but it actually makes the figure look way better when it's sitting on the actual speeder itself. But it's got some good detail here on the guns. Like the little fan things here look nice, little foot holders. And then it's got this little part here on the bottom. So with the stand, the one thing that is definitely different with the stand is you can see it's got this little tiny part in there so that you can actually plug this guy in, and it holds it in there pretty good. So you can see I can turn this thing upside down and that's not falling out of there, which is nice. But it's got that part on it. You can also put it on the side, very similar to the other stands where you can fly it around if you want to. Now, to get them on, the guy on here, the other slight detail about this that I do like is he's actually got his hands turned forward, so that way if he's holding onto it, it actually looks like he's holding onto it, versus some of the other figures, they don't have that where the hands are turned inward, so their palms are facing the body. But this essentially is what it would look like if he's on it. And so it's nice that, again, that the little figure holder there holds him in place. And when you have him situated like this, you really don't see it that much, which is nice. Now here this is compared to the Action Fleet STAP. So you can see that the actual vehicle itself is slightly smaller on the Action Fleet version, and the figure is slightly bigger. And obviously a difference in how they're fixing the figure to the actual vehicle. So you can see with the Action Fleet one, it's got a little peg hole there in between versus this one has the figure holder on it. Now, from a detail perspective, in the actual sculpt itself, the Action Fleet one has probably actually a similar amount, maybe even slightly less than what you see on the Micro Galaxy version. The figure does have a little bit more detail with it. It looks like it's got like a wash on it here on the Action Fleet version, which makes the figure look just a little more substantial. So that may be what I end up doing with this guy, just to give him a little wash so he looks a little more like it. But from a stand perspective, stands are very similar in terms of how they're holding the bike. And that is that. So if you haven't done it already, if you go ahead and subscribe, like this, and then feel free to leave any questions or comments below. Thanks.